Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our pediatrician, Dr. Catherine Dundon, is here. You can call now, 615-737-5500, if you have questions about what's going on with your kids or your grandkids. Lots of folks do have questions. Lots of folks are dealing with the flu right now. Are you seeing a lot of that in your office?
Yes, the flu has hit early again. That is so frustrating right before the holiday seasons. Why can't it wait till January or February?
Wouldn't
That's
that
where
be
it's
nice?
supposed to be here.
Right.
When it's lousy weather anyway and the holidays are over. But no, it's hit, and it's an H3N2, and sometimes those are more aggressive and result in more hospitalizations and more severe illness. And unfortunately, it looks like it's a little bit of a mismatch, not a complete, but slightly mutated, slightly drifted, so the vaccine is not working as well as we would hope, but it does work, but not perfect.
So when you say that, that means that you could have had a flu shot and you might still get the flu.
Yes, but they also show even if you got it, you're still less likely to be hospitalized or die. So even if you get it, it'll be milder. I wish it would be no flu, but it's still best to be vaccinated.
Sure.
And hopefully in the future we will have a more perfect vaccine. The other thing they're warning is because it's not a perfect match and it's an H3N2, which can be more aggressive, Tamiflu might be more important. It's an antiviral drug that you take twice a day for 5 days. It's not my favorite medicine. It makes some people nauseated. It's not like penicillin for strep throat, but it can help, and especially for children under 2, elderly over 65, people with high-risk conditions, diabetes, asthma, and pregnant women. Tamiflu is a consideration, and it's most important to be taken in the first 48 hours.
So what symptoms should we watch for?
You think you have the flu when you have a cold, but you feel much more tired, achy, weak, dizzy, fever, sore throat. So a cold that just wipes you, especially if you get fever. Anyone with 102 right now is probably flu, because that's what's in the community.
All right, very important. So take care of that for sure. All right, let's take our first call. Hi, Adrian. What's your question for the doctor? Adrian, you're on the line. Go ahead.
I have a 7-week-old little girl, and hello?
Yes, go ahead. You're on the line.
I'm sorry. I have a 7-week-old little girl, and I was trying to figure out what's the appropriate amount of formula to give her. I give her like 5 ounces now, and she cries for more. She wants more than that, and I've read that like 3 or 4 ounces is what she should be taking, and then she gets really gassy. So what should I do?
That's hard.
People ask me that question all the time. And I say is really as much as they want. If you were breastfeeding a baby, you would have no idea how much they took. You would just nurse until they quit. So one of the dangers of bottle feeding is to pick a number and say, well, I'm going to do 3. Well, that might not be the right number. They have growth spurts where they need more all of a sudden, and a baby has to double weight between birth and 3 months. And if they've got a double weight, you can't compromise the food that you're giving them. I tell them it's like a rocket taking off. When a rocket takes off, it has all these boosters and goes into orbit, and you just pour the fuel to it. So add as much as they want. The caveat off of that is, if it seems like it's an awful lot and awful fast, they're probably going to throw it back up. So do pause them if it seems like a lot. Wait 5 minutes, see if they're still hungry. They do that and reach for the bottle. But in general, it's better to overfeed and have a spit or 2 than ever underfeed.
Adrian, good luck with that, and congratulations on your baby. Our next caller is going to be Teresa. Hi, what's your question for the doctor?
Yes, ma'am. I have a 2-month-old grandbaby, and yesterday she just developed like a crick in her neck. Is that something unusual for her to have at this early age? I've never seen it.
When children are in utero, they're often kind of scrunched over, and at first people often don't notice it because they are so curled up, almost like a little football still, and how they fit in their mother. And around 2 months, as they start to relax and flatten out more, that might be when you noticed it. So I bet it's still from birth. It'll straighten out over time.
All right. Thanks to all of our callers today. Dr. Dundon, thank you so much, as always, for being with us. We really appreciate all of your help.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right. If you have more questions, you can contact your own family doctor. You can find Dr. Dundon and her team at Goodlettsville Pediatrics. We're back.